there's a big thing at the moment for these kind of dirty saw wave sounds. And at first you think they're quite straightforward. You just pull up one of the synths and start mucking about. But there are some kind of nuances to exactly how you get them. And the way to get the kind of Maud Fustang-y and DJ Fresh has done particularly well of using that kind of sound at the moment. There is an element of noise in there. And also to get it big and wide, we've discovered that the best way to do it is to use 2 of the Thor synthesizers. Now, we've not really gone to, you don't really have to go too far to town with these, because at the moment a lot of these sounds are actually really quite straightforward. They're just almost organish envelopes, so no attack, no release, full sustain. But then it's all down to how you mix these oscillators. And we've found that, and let me just show you what we've got here. On one of them, I'll have to just nip these out. So this is one of the bases of the sound. A very simple saw wave, and you'll notice here on the second one a noise oscillator. And it's a case of just bringing a touch of that noise in. Now it's very, very mono at the moment. And we're also just going to add an extra oscillator here. Just adding some bass to proceedings. Now that's nice. You notice it on one side at the moment, because then all we did is just very simply copied, just like that, duplicate devices and tracks, and just fed them both into a very small line mixer. This is all within a combinator, by the way, but you'll notice we did a couple of clever things here. We've got on the back here a spider audio, and it's just splitting the audio out. So what we have is the 2 synths coming in to each individual spiders, going straight into channels 1 and 2 from the first set of divisions, so you can see the cable coming down here into that, and from this one into there. But also we're sending them in parallel to 2 of the unison boxes. Now these, if you're into making current club sounds, are what you need to get your head into, because everything's big and huge at the moment. It's a kind of, dance music's always fashion based, and it will come around again, but these are how you build up some of the bigger patches. So if I just kind of solo what those unison parts are doing. I've also got them fading up on the mod wheel. So very useful for chordal stuff. Let me just take the solos off. So here's the bass sound, the standard sound. He says, having muted everything and not taking the mutes off. So you just hear it fatten up, and we find building sounds like that and using selections of them, and then saving the obviously the combinator patch, and just starting to play with the programmers a bit. I mean, I must admit, I'm not an expert at this kind of stuff. There are certain things I've seen, and there are some amazing sample packs knocking around, or program packs, I should say, by a guy called Utech S, who's working with Loopmasters a little bit. He's got an amazing set of these where the synths are all in there, and they've got the sidechainer in there as well. So you kind of, if those kind of sounds are what you're after, they're quite easy to find these days.